Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Total Body. My name's Kat. We're going to be doing a 30-minute full body workout. All you need today is a mat, and if you have 2 gliders, or better yet, 2 dish rags if you're doing this at home, that's all you're gonna need today. We're gonna get started here with a warm-up, 3 circuits, and then we'll cool it down. Before we get started, if anything hurts you at any point, don't do it. I'm gonna try and give you guys modifications as we go. All right, without further ado, we'll get started with our warm-up. About 5 minutes here. Start the timer. We're gonna start with arm circles to the front. Let's go nice and tight and get a little bit bigger as we go. Beautiful. We'll take those nice and tight to the back and get a little bit bigger here. Awesome. Take those arms out to the side, nice wide stance. We'll bring it up and over for a side body stretch. Really lengthening through the arm, feeling that stretch in our side body over here. Up and over, and we'll take it to the other side, same thing. Awesome. Arm comes up. We'll take the hands behind or up overhead. Opposite hand reaches down to our opposite foot here. So we want to have a nice strong core engaging, the abs activating our core. You can have a nice bend in the knees here. The goal is just get your hands to the outer side of the opposite leg or knee, wherever you reach. We'll take opposite hand, hands behind the head, opposite elbow to opposite knee here for a standing crunch. Just like you were doing a bicycle crunch on the ground. We're standing, driving across the body with that elbow, as opposed to bringing that knee closer to you. We really want to go for a full twist here. Awesome. From here, we'll take it to a standing kick. Opposite hand reaches out to opposite foot. A little bit of a balance component here. Keeping that core engaged, nice and strong all the way through. Beautiful. Keep it up here. We'll take it for 3, 2, and 1. Finding a nice squat here. Feet about hip width apart. We'll sit those heels, our hips back into our heels. We'll take about 10 of these. Shoulders press back. Keep that chest up. And we'll squeeze those glutes at the top. Beautiful. Keep those knees in line with the toes. 3 more. 2. And last one. We'll step it back into a lunge next. Finding a nice right angle in that front knee, step it forward, alternate the leg. Once you feel like you got a good foundation here, feel free to add a torso twist, okay? Couple more on each side. Nice right angle through that front leg, keeping it in line with the toes. 1 more each side. Awesome. So from here, we'll just start to jog it out. Gonna get our heart rates up for the rest of the warm up. Taking it to a glute kick. In 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Staying here for a little bit. Slowly warm it up. Getting the blood pumping. We're gonna take it to high knees. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get them up. Beautiful. Stay with me here. If you need to come back to a nice light jog, that's fine. Just stay moving. We're going to go for 9 more seconds, and then we'll find our mat. Take it to an inchworm. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you're using a mat here, from the short edge, we'll walk our hands out into a plank position, push-up position. All right, you can rock it out here, warm up through the wrists, walk those hands back in, and up to standing. Take that again. We'll take 2 or 3 more. And finish off our warm-up today with some mountain climbers. Do that last chance to really get your heart rate up for the rest of the warm-up to prepare ourselves for the rest of this class. We'll take 1 more, finding our push-up position, plank position, and when we're ready, start bringing your knees to your chest, climb it out. You need to take it a little bit slower. That's fine here. We're gonna go for 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it out, shake it out. Go ahead, grab some water. Great job, guys. That is it for our warm-up. We're gonna get into our first circuit after a quick break. All right, so up next, we got a very straightforward 4-minute circuit. We're gonna go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of one move. We're gonna repeat it, so we're gonna do it twice, and then we're gonna go to our next move, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. So, pretty straightforward. The only idea here is to keep your body moving. So, these are pretty high intensity moves, and we'll get started here in about 20 seconds. All right, so starting with a burpee. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the hands down, jump the feet out, and it up. We could also add an arm and a leg lift at the bottom. If this is a little bit too much, you can always walk the feet out and walk them back in. Maybe take out the jump. Totally up to you. We've got 4 more seconds. 2, and 1. Awesome. Let's take that again. One more time, and then we're going to move on to the next move. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We got burpees. Lift the arms and the legs. As always, we have our modification. 6 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds off. We're gonna go into a squat walk with a broad jump forward. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Get nice and low. We'll walk it back. Take a nice big jump forward. Walk it back. We want to land as softly on those feet as we can. Get a little bit lower here if you can. And 3, 2, 1. Awesome. 10 seconds off. We'll do that again one more time. Take a water break if you need it. We got it in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get lower here, halfway. And 2, 1. 10 seconds off. We got a lateral jump next. Make sure you got room to go side to side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Lunge to one side. Shuffle to the other side. You can make this a deeper lunge, really bending through that leg, keeping the other straight, or make it more of a hop. You just want that side to side motion here. That's what's important. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. We're off. One more time. And then we have one more move to finish off this circuit. We got it. 3, 2, and 1. Stay with me. You need to make these moves a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. Do so. Whatever our body's feeling is right for us today. 3, 2, and 1. All right, lastly, we got a crisscross crunch. This kind of incorporates one of our moves from the warm-up. Crisscross, side body crunch. Here we go. We're on 20 seconds. Opposite elbow reaches across the body, outside of the opposite leg. 7 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off for 10. Do one more time, then we got a water break before we move on to our next circuit. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Make it big. Make this your best yet. Really get that twist. We can do it. All the way to the end, halfway there. And 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, beautiful work. Go ahead, take a water break here, and I'll get us ready for our circuit number 2. working for me. All right, here we go. 30 seconds on, no rest. We're gonna go for 4 minutes straight. I know it sounds tough, but stay with me. These are lower impact moves, and we're gonna do them all twice through, okay? So this is where our gliders or our rags are gonna come into play. Let's get started right away. We have alternating lunges. I'll show you how all of these moves can be done with or without the rags. Place both feet on your rags to start. 30 seconds, alternating lunges here. So just like from the warm-up, we'll step one leg back and then the other, okay? Give yourself a chance to catch your breath here. If we're feeling up for it, alternating jumping lunges, or we could always just step back like we were doing. Maintain that good form in the knee. 3, 2, and 1. We got squat jacks next. Feet on the rags. We'll hop the feet out and in, sliding here. And without the rags, that'll be more of a jump, up and in. All right, in and out. Try to get a little bit lower here. If you can, keep that chest up, shoulders rolled back. Keep that good form for 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, we're gonna go into curtsy lunges on both sides. Curtsy, bring it back together. So that leg crosses behind you, front leg stays in line with the ankle. And that's all we got here. If we wanna add a knee drive, maybe go without the rag, we'll step it back, drive the knee up. Cross back, drive the knee up. 7 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, other side, same thing. We're almost halfway through this circuit, so stay with me. I know it's hard. Adding that knee drive if we want it. You might lose your rags. And 7 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna come down to the floor, feet stay on the gliders, and we have plank jacks. All right? Hands on the floor, feet come out and in our plank position. We always have that option. Or without the rags, we'll just hop those feet out and in, like so. We could also bring them up, out, in, and to the center. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna flip it over for a hamstring curl. So sit the glutes on the mat, feet go on the gliders. We'll press our hips off the mat and slide the legs out and then straight up. So send those hips up as high as you can here. So just our upper back, maybe our palms are pressing into the floor here. Going into a crunch next. In 3, 2, 1. We'll sit it up. Our hands can come down to the floor as our feet slide out and in. Maybe this is enough for us. Or if we want to lift the arms, make it more challenging, sliding all the way out and crunching everything back in to the center. We're gonna finish off this circuit here with some push-ups before we do it back one more time. All right, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Getting into your push-up position. Hands can go on the gliders. We can come up on our feet or onto our knees. All right, we'll send it down into our push-up and back up. Another option here on the way down, slide out one of those arms. It's a real challenge for me still, but give it a shot. You wanna come up to those toes and challenge yourself all the way down and all the way back up. In 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Give yourself a break here. We're gonna rest for a minute. So take your time, maybe stand back up. Try and keep the blood moving, blood pumping. Not let our heart rates drop too quickly here. And we'll start back from our lunges. We're at about the halfway point in our class. So just stay with me. Not too much longer. We're gonna go through the circuit one last time, and then we have a short 5-minute circuit before we cool down. That's gonna work our abs a little bit and a little bit of our glutes. All right, we got about 15 seconds. Decide if you wanna use your gliders or your rags this time around, or if you just wanna go full body weight, up to you. We're gonna get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, we're lunging. Alternate the lunges, alternate the legs. Remember, allow yourself to breathe here and catch your breath. These moves are hard, but they're a little bit lower impact as compared to our first circuit. You want to ditch the rags here. And do our last 10 seconds. Jumping lunges, up to you. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat jacks it is. We're on the clock whenever you're ready. Keep that chest up, shoulders rolled back. Or we could ditch the rags. Maybe get a little bit lower into that squat if we're just jumping. We're going into our curtsy lunges next. In 3, 2, and 1. Really starting to feel the burn. This time around, if you'd like to add a side kick to your curtsy lunge, that's also an option here. Cross that leg back behind you. Front leg stays inside, in line with the ankle. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. We'll go ahead, add that side kick if it feels right. If we're just going back to those knee drives, that's fine too. Whatever feels good to us. After this, we're going down to the ground for plank jacks. And 3, 2, 1. Let's take it down. Feet on the gliders, hands on the mat. Out and in. Remember, we can also slide it into the center. Ditch the glider for these last couple seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring curls. Let's roll it over. Feet on the gliders. This is the last time we do these moves. So make them strong, make them count. You could always do one leg out, one leg in. After this, remember, we have our super crunch and our push-ups. Let's sit it up and crunch it out. And then come out in front of us, or as before, bottom to our sides, fingertips facing our feet. Breathe here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Take it out and in. Out, all the way back in. Last couple seconds and we got our push-ups. And that will be it for this circuit. 3, 2, and 1. Onto our feet, onto our knees, up to you. Whatever you do, let's just get them done. As many as you can right here. Maybe we want to try the single arm one again, just to challenge ourselves. Whew. Less than 10 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Take a breather here. Great job, guys. We are 2 circuits in, 1 to go, and a cool down. All right. Take a quick water break, and I'll start to explain circuit 3. all we're gonna do for this one, we're all done with those rags, you can throw them to the side, is a little bit of work on the mat. So we're gonna start with our glutes and take it a little bit to core while still incorporating a little bit of upper body strength into these, okay? So we'll take our body out into a tabletop position and we'll start on one leg at a time. All right, so tabletop, wrists come right underneath the shoulders with our hips above the knees, okay? So starting with the donkey kick, whichever leg we want to start on, we'll draw the knee all the way into the chest. We can keep that toe pointed, and then that leg will come straight out behind us. This, we want to focus more on keeping everything in line, the alignment of the body, rather than trying to see how high that leg will go. So really draw it in, make sure we're working those muscles here, okay? Feeling those glutes start working. From here, we're gonna take it straight into a pulse. Flex the foot, we'll pull straight up. We're going about 30 seconds for each move. I'll start the clock here. Awesome. Keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop back in. We'll take that to the other side. Donkey kicks to start. Draw that knee in and out. Toe can stay pointed. Remembering not to worry so much about the height of our back leg, rather than the alignment. We want to focus on the alignment, not opening up the hip here. Just going straight back. 3, 2, and 1. We're going into that pulse. Flex the foot, kicking straight up to the ceiling. Like we're imagining we're trying to keep the ceiling up from falling through. Awesome. We'll keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wherever we are, we're gonna find a reverse plank position. So just like a plank would be, we're just gonna flip it around. So our hands are gonna come down to the ground, fingertips facing towards our feet. I'm gonna lift everything up, hips off the ground, looking straight up at the sky, not turning our head too much. And we wanna lift those hips to keep our whole body in a straight line from our head all the way to our feet. And we just wanna hold here. So remember to use our breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, or out through the nose. And we'll keep it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll go ahead, release it back down. Awesome. We're gonna take it to side planks. Coming up onto one side, we'll come back down onto our forearm, into an L shape, and sides of the feet come onto the ground. We'll just lift that hip off the ground. We can reach our arm up to the sky, maybe lift the top leg up. We really just want to try pulling that hip up using our obliques here. We want to add a slight twist to thread the needle. That's always an option. We'll keep it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing on the other side. Arm in an L shape, forearm on the ground. Side of our foot comes to the mat. We'll lift that hip up. Whole body off the ground here. Just 2 points of contact. You can lift an arm, lift a leg. Really trying to make sure we're lifting that hip to feel this in our obliques. Okay? You can try threading the needle. Or maybe we're just holding here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll drop it down. 2 moves left. We're gonna take it to a plank. So to incorporate a little bit more upper body work, we're gonna add some arm reaches. So wherever we are in that plank, it can be on our feet, it can be on our knees, okay? We can come down to our forearms, up to us, but if we're on our hands, we can try incorporating an arm reach. So we really want to try and keep the body from rocking side to side. Nice stable core. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lastly here, before we get into the cool down, we're gonna find a boat pose. So, kind of like we did in our crunch with the gliders, we're gonna lift our arms. We can lift our legs so that they're bent at the knee, or if you wanna go for it and try and straighten it out, it's another option here. We don't wanna hold our breath, so remember to breathe. Your legs might start shaking. That's fine, you're doing it right. We wanna add a little bit of movement to this. We can try taking it out and pulling everything back in using the breath. Inhale to come in, exhale on our way out. We got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send it back. Lay back, and we'll go ahead and cool it down here. Catch your breath. Return to that normal breath. And from here, wherever you are, draw both knees into your chest. Maybe hug them nice and tight, or take a slight rock side to side. Massaging out that lower back. Let it feel good to you. We'll release one leg, straighten it back out, and hug the other knee into your chest nice and tight. And then we'll take that leg across the body for a supine twist. So the same arm of the leg we just twisted will come out straight to the other side. And we can turn our gaze to look at that hand for a full twist in the body. And breathe into this pose. We'll inhale to bring it back in. Straighten that leg out, and we'll draw the other knee into the chest. Before doing the same thing, we'll take it across the body. The same arm of the bent leg will cross to the other side, straighten out to the other side, and we'll turn our gaze towards that hand. So full twist in the body on the other side. And we'll draw that knee back into center, bringing both feet to rest on the ground. Crossing one leg over the bent knee, we'll pull that back thigh towards our face. This is going to be a nice figure 4 stretch. We'll feel this stretch in our hamstrings, the opening up of our hips. Feels really good. Just ease yourself into it. Don't force yourself. And we'll exhale, release. Plant the other foot down. We'll cross the other leg in front of the thigh and pull that back leg towards us. Getting that same stretch on the other side. Awesome, and we'll bring both feet down. We can rock up to a seated position. And from wherever we are, we can go ahead and find a child's pose. So you can sit your hips back into your heels here. If it feels better to walk those knees out a little bit wider, go for it. You can bring your head to rest on the mat. Let your chest and belly fall. And take a couple deep breaths here. When we're ready, we'll come up to a tabletop position for some cat-cow. So on an inhale, we'll arch the spine, lift the gaze. And on our exhale, we'll round the spine the opposite way, dropping our chin into our chest. Inhale to lift the gaze, arch the spine, and we'll exhale, chin to chest. On our next exhale, we'll tuck the toes under, send it up into downward facing dog. You can have a nice slight bend in the knees, maybe walk the heels out. And we'll stand nice and slow, walking the feet into the hands, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. We'll finish off here with some shoulder stretches, arms across the body, roll the wrist out maybe, and you can take it behind for a tricep stretch. Exhale, release, other arm across the body, shoulder stretch. We can take it up behind, whoop, tricep stretch. And release. Maybe take both wrist stretches. And shake it out. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for Total Body. Before you go, just make sure you're cooled down all the way. Drink enough fluids after. And don't forget to fill out this survey. It'll be down in the link. Thank you guys. Have a great day.